I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
Alright, man, what's up, man? We back with another episode Between the Lines, man. Playoffs are finally back. NBA playoffs are back. NFL, they're starting their training camp. MLB still going on. Sports is back, man. Sports is back. It's great to watch. I don't really watch baseball that much, but I know they're still doing their thing. I don't know about any coronavirus cases as far as baseball, but I know that they're still playing. I want to start off with something that I think was funny. There's a player on the Seattle Seahawks, a rookie. He snuck a girl into the hotel, so I'm guessing like that team was doing a little type of bubble thing. So he snuck a girl into a hotel, and I guess they were quarantined. He snuck a girl in there. He had her dressed up in like Seahawks attire, so she looked like she was on the team, or like she looked like she worked for the team. And he got released. You're a rookie. Didn't even play a minute in the field. He was undrafted in that case. Didn't even play a minute on the field, and now you got released because you tried to sneak a girl in there. Like, come on, man. You were given a great opportunity. You're an undrafted rookie. This team looked out for you, signed you, thought you should get a chance to prove yourself worthy of being on an NBA team, and you just throw it back in their face like that. Just caring about more stuff than your money, basically. And that's just funny to me, like how he blew that opportunity. That's real funny. But other stuff is going on in the NFL. Players started training camp. It looks like it's going well. Alex Smith is back. If you don't know what that, I'm sweating. I'm gonna take this off. Like I said, man, Alex Smith is back. And if you don't know what that is, it's a dude that plays for the Redskins. Well, they're not the Redskins no more. They're the Washington football team. He plays for the Washington football team, and he came back. Well, he was out for like 2 years because he broke his leg. Like, he got tackled and just on snap. It was like curled up to his knee. It was like, it was nasty, disgusting. And now he's finally back, finally playing, and it kind of sucks. I wanted Dwayne Haskins to get that starting spot because I forgot all about Alex Smith. He's been out the league for like 2 years, so I forgot all about him. And kind of sucks, but hey, he's always been a quarterback that instantly makes your team better. And like, if it wasn't for injuries, he would be one of the best in the league. And I don't know, he probably would be one of the best ever because he always had talent. And he was always a decent quarterback. But he's back. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy for him. And I just seen a highlight of Chase Young, the rookie they drafted in DN. He looks like a monster. He just looks so strong. But seeing other training camp videos, Odell had an amazing one-hand catch, just doing what he usually does. Lamar throwing dimes to Willie Snead. It really wasn't dimes, but like it was on the money. But like the spiral was terrible. Spiral was like, ugh, it looked terrible. But they look good in practice. Seeing Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady on their new teams, that looks like crazy. Because they're both players I thought that would be on their old team for their whole career. Seeing them in New Jersey is kind of weird. Drew Brees looks good, throwing the ball to Emmanuel Sanders. Accurate like normal. Drew Brees is the most accurate quarterback of all time. It's not me just saying that like it's a known fact. Check the stats. Most accurate quarterback of all time. And I'm excited for the season. The season starts in like 3 weeks. No preseason, so they're just hopping right into it. And hey, I'm happy for that. We gonna have 4 games of basketball every day, and then football on Sundays and Thursdays and Mondays. Like, yeah, I'm happy for that. Thank you. But yeah, football's coming back. Like I said, I don't really watch MLB like that, but they're doing good. But NBA playoffs is here, man. I wanted to do my ballot for the playoffs. I wanted to do it, but I decided I was going to put it on my podcast. So here is the first round matchup on the West Side is Lakers versus Portland Trailblazers. So I'm trying to decide right now if I should just go all the way through or just break down each first round series, which I'm probably going to do. Just do the first round series. So Lakers versus Blazers. Like I said, I'm scared of this Blazers team. I still am scared of this team. And I don't know, I'm seeing a lot of people out there thinking it's gonna be like a sweep or a 5-game series. This series is going to 6 or 7 games. I'm sorry to tell you, it's going to 6 or 7 games. Bro, the Portland Trailblazers, they're not playing. They're not playing. And you can just, like, it might be like recency bias, but like if you look at the Lakers, we look terrible. If you look at the Blazers, they look like one of the best teams in the league. They just look unstoppable. If Dame's not doing good, CJ's right there. CJ not going good, Carmelo right there. Yusuf Nurkic right there. Gary Trent Jr. right there. Like, they're so deep. Like I've been telling you guys, they're so deep, and they can throw any matchup at us, and it just be hard for us to score. Like, I can't say we're going to see playoff LeBron because LeBron in the bubble just looked terrible. I can't say we're going to see playoff AD because AD in the playoff, he just looked terrible. So I don't know how my team going to look, but I have a feeling we're going to win this. I'm going to say Lakers in 6. If the Trailblazers were to pull this out, it would be something that I would be so super mad at because the Lakers are my team. But I would be so happy for Dame and CJ for them to just get that recognition. Like, they're not here to play. They're not. When you look at top point guards, like if you ask like this, the internet, basically everybody, you will have Curry, Westbrook, Kyrie, because that's just fan favorites. Nobody's gonna say. Not a lot of people will say Dame. And you look up top 5 shooting guards. Not a lot of people are gonna say CJ. But like they've been proving it for so much years that like they're top 3, Dame's top 3, and CJ debatably is top 5. Like they've been showing this for so much years, and they just always get that hate because I understand when it comes down to it, sometimes they're not there. But like, come on, bro, this duo is disgusting together. It's just disgusting, and they would be successful if they were surrounded better. Like if their organization surrounded them better, like with a 3-and-D wing. And I like the big man they got right now, Yusuf Nurkic, and I like Carmelo, but he's getting old, so like get them a good wing next to him, and I'm telling you, this team will be great if you give them a good wing. I'm telling you that they will be great, because Dame has enough to carry a team. He's been doing it the whole bubble. He averaged 56 points in 3 games. He's been doing this the whole bubble, so he has enough to carry a team. I don't think anybody thinks he cannot carry a team, because he definitely can. But I still got Lakers in 6. Got Lakers in 6. I just feel like even though my boy LeBron, my boy AD not playing so well, I just feel like I like what I see in the Kuz. He looked like he came back, just wanted to play defense with more energy. And I hope we start him like we did that game against the Nuggets, because I liked him at the 3. So I hope we come out like that. Hope we come out with energy, because sometimes it just look like we don't want it. Like, come on, man, this is the playoffs. There's nothing to play with. We gotta come out winning, because Dame is here. You don't know he's here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Dame averaged 50 this playoffs. I wouldn't, bro. He not. You heard what he said after the game. He told Chris Haynes, he's like, I told you, I'm not here to play. I'm not, and he dead ass about that. He's dead serious about that. He's not here to play with nobody, and I'm telling you, he might average 50 in this playoff. And that's just that would be absurd. If he averaged 50 in the playoffs, come on, Dave. But next series is Mavericks versus Clippers. So they had game 1 yesterday, really good game. Kind of killed the mood though, because Kristaps Porzingis earlier in the game he got a tech. I don't know what it was for. He got a tech, and then second half, third quarter, they were up by like 8. He got another tech, so 2 techs. That means ejection. So he got ejected, and the reason he got ejected was just some bull crap. Like, everybody hated it. LeBron was like, "Come on, man, that's soft." Patrick Mahomes soft. Everybody was like saying that's soft, because the NBA is soft now. Sports itself is soft. Football's starting to become soft. You can't hit players. Like, everything's soft. Luka and Marcus Morris, they got into a little scuffle, and Kristaps just tried to break it up, and then he was there for his teammate, and the refs decided to give him a tech for that, which is really soft. And then you got the lead ref, Steve Javi. He said they made the right call. Everybody was like, "Shut up, you clown." Everybody was getting his butt for no reason. Well, for a reason, but everybody was getting his butt. And I don't know, it just killed the mood of the game, because the Mavericks, first, they were getting blown out. They were getting tore. Like, the Clippers were not missing. They were not missing. And then the Mavericks just came back. Luka just started going crazy. And Kristaps started doing his thing, and then Luka got his teammates involved. Seth Curry started getting on. Tim Hardaway started getting on, and like they were smashing the Clippers. They were demolishing, and like I'm gonna be honest, I thought they was gonna win. I thought they was gonna win, and then that happened. And I was like, yo, y'all just killed the mood. It's the playoffs. We don't got time for this soft stuff, man. We don't got time for that, and it just killed the mood of the whole game. Clippers just. As soon as Kristaps came back, Clippers went up by like 10. And like within 3 minutes. And it's like you can just show like they need Kristaps, and it sucks that they just took him out the game basically for no reason. I'm gonna say it's for no reason because you're stepping up for your teammate. What you not supposed to do? And I don't know, refs. I don't like how the NBA is sometimes. Like I just feel like it's starting to come super soft. Where you can't even touch nobody. Like these little fouls James Harden get, he would not get these back in the day. 2000s or the 90s, he would not get these back in the day. Not to say nothing wrong with his game because he still would average 30 in those days. But like, come on, these little fouls that he be getting, other players be getting, it just be pissing me off sometimes. But I got the Clippers winning this. After what I've seen yesterday, before that I would have said they would have won in like 5. After what I seen yesterday, this could be a 6 or a 7 game series because Clippers don't look like they're that dominant no more. Like Lou Williams don't look the same. Sorry, Martrez just came back, so it's gonna take him time to get. It's gonna take him time to get where he wants to be at. So I don't know. This might go 6-7. I still got Clips winning it, but like Luka had 42, almost a triple double, doing what he does, showing that he don't care about. Oh, he gotta get guarded by Paul George, Pat Bev, Kawhi, elite defenders. He don't care about that. He's still gonna get you buckets, and that's why I'm saying this kid's so different. He's only 21, and to be honest, like this don't phase him. He's been in the playoffs his whole life because he's been playing with grown men since he was 13. Like I never heard somebody do that. I never heard somebody do that. But yeah, I still think they're gonna lose. If they was to win, I'd be excited because I did say the Mavericks were gonna go for a long run. But I do want to see Lakers versus Clippers in the conference finals. So, hey, this series is a win-win for me. If the Clippers lose, we don't have to play the Clippers in the conference finals. We're going to the championship, and we're going to win because the team I'm going to talk about later on, they just look terrible. But that's enough for that series. Another series is Rockets versus Thunder. This 4-5 matchup. A lot of people got this going 7. And it's mixed emotions, and that's how I feel about this. Like, Chris Paul he showed that he still got it. Got his team as a 5th seed. Everybody, it's a picture. Let me see what Chris Paul posted. It's a picture of what everybody thought what chance they was gonna have to make the playoffs, and it says they had a 0.2 chance to make the playoffs. Well, they're in the playoffs. And they're 5th seed, so it's not like they just got in here as the little 8th seed. No, they're 5th seed. Going against the Rockets, I don't know who I got for the series, man. Russell Westbrook not playing for the first half of the series. So I don't know. I don't know who else to say. If Russell was playing, to be honest, I still probably wouldn't know because I don't like the Rockets game. Like I don't like that little ISO ball, just threes. Decent defense, like I don't like that. I don't like ISO ball at all. There's no playmaking in that. And then you look on the other side, they got everything. They got shooting, playmaking, defense, rebounding. Like I don't know. I feel like the Thunder could beat that team. I feel like the Thunder could beat this team, and it would just be a great series. It would be a Chris Paul revenge series. It just came out a little report. I think he got an interview, and they asked him about him and Harden. He said there's no beef between them, but like him and Harden don't talk. And I was like, hey, I like that. Chris Paul better dog them in this playoff. He gonna have a lot of help. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Dennis Schroeder back, 2 20-point scores right there. Danilo Gallinari still looking good. Steven Adams, I think he got hurt, so hopefully he come back, cause that's the big man I was talking about that can give the Rockets some trouble. But on the other side, the Rockets can give them trouble because like you're gonna have to come out and guard them, and I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna run pick and roll so much. They're gonna try to get Danilo on pick and roll. They're gonna try to get Steven Adams on pick and roll. They're gonna try to get him on pick and roll with Harden or if Westbrook plays on Westbrook, because You're not guarding them players if you're a big man. You're not. Just not. I want to see Shea have a big. I want to see Shea have a big playoffs, man. I didn't really get to watch him in the regular season, but I'm definitely watching him in the playoffs. He has a really good game when I watch his little highlights and like his clips. He has a really good game, but like I really want to see it live. I want to see it live. I want to see his defense because you're not gonna see no highlight defense on YouTube. So I want to see his defense. I want to see his intelligence, his IQ, basically. And I want to see my boy Luguentz Dort. You guys probably don't know who that is. He went to... Damn, that's supposed to be my man. I forgot what college he went to. I want to say Arizona State, but I think that's wrong. It's an orange school, like a bright orange school. And he went there. Really good defender. Really high energy guy. I always liked him in the college he went to, and I was happy. Well, he didn't get drafted, but I was happy that he got picked up by the Thunder. It just said that he's going to be out for game 1, but like hopefully he comes back because he can be really a key piece to guard Harden and Westbrook. And I know that because like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, he was clamping LeBron. It was crazy. He was clamping LeBron. So hopefully he comes back. Hopefully it's a good series, man. I don't want it to be I don't want to see no 4 or 5 game series except 1-8 matchups, which is probably the Bucks and the Magic. That might be a sweep or a 5 game series, but and the Raptors versus Nets, because Nets they're definitely getting swept. Let's be honest, they're definitely getting swept. But last series on the West is Nuggets versus Jazz. This is a really good game yesterday. They had their first game. Donovan Mitchell was trying to prove he was hearing all that hype. I don't know if he did, but I know damn, I stuttered. But I'm saying to you, he hear all the hype of y'all saying he's not on the level of Devin Booker. To me, it's not close, but he hears that hype. And he came out yesterday, was not giving that ball up. He had 9 assists, was not giving that ball up, though. When it came down to it, had 57. Was dogging. Who was guarding? He was dogging Jamal Murray. He was dogging him. He was dogging him. First 3 quarters, he had 29. I was driving home from work. First 3 quarters, he had 29. Then, when I'm driving home from work, I get an alert on my phone. Overtime, Nuggets versus Jazz. Donovan Mitchell has 51. I said, God damn, you got that much in the fourth quarter? He went crazy in the fourth quarter, and Jamal Murray did too. I watched the highlights. Jamal Murray, they was going back and forth at each other, and I like that. I like that energy, that playoff energy. And the funny thing is, after the game, like, they're in a bubble. So, like, you get to see your players that you just placed. And they seen each other after the game. Jamal Murray was like, damn, I get to see the dude that just gave me 50 points. But it was like they were going back at it, back and forth. Jamal Murray hit Donovan Mitchell with a step back. And then Donovan Mitchell came back to the same thing, but hit it from the 3. They was going back and forth. But Donovan Mitchell was dogging him in the fourth quarter. Jamal Murray just showed me a little reason why he deserved that $27 million, because he looked real clutch yesterday. Real clutch. I'm not gonna lie, looked real clutch. He was into the game, gave decent defense. Jokic did his thing. This energy, and I've seen a different type of Jokic yesterday. Like playoff Jokic is coming. Like he's about to start getting called that, because he looks like he steps it up in the playoffs on defense and everything. Michael Porter Jr. basically doing what I keep telling y'all, that's baby T-Mac. He didn't get enough minutes in the fourth quarter, but that's because 1, he's young, 2, first playoff. Not really a great defender. They needed somebody to guard Donovan Mitchell, so I'm playing Jeremy Grant and Torrey Craig over Michael Porter at that time, because they didn't really need a bucket. They needed somebody to stop his ass, because he was going crazy. So I understand why he didn't play. Like, he probably wasn't doing that good on defense anyway, so I understand that. That's great coaching. You will have random casual fans be like, that's bad coaching. You got a bucket on the bench. Well, maybe that bucket is getting torched. You can give buckets on the other side, but if you're getting torched on the other side of the ball, just get out. You got to get out. So he still did great in the first half. Pulled up threes, and then I see on Twitter everybody calling him Baby T-Mac. I'm like, hey, yo, give my credit. I've been saying that for like 2 weeks. That's Baby T-Mac all the way. Kenny Perkins talking about, oh, that look like Baby Durant too. I was like, yeah, Durant do that. He came out 2 back-to-back pull-up threes. I'm like, yeah, that's T-Mac and Durant right there. But I don't know. I feel like it was a really good game. It's gonna be a really good series. I don't know who's gonna win this series. I can't even tell you. I can't, cause at first I thought Nuggets was gonna blow them out, but like Nuggets could not stop that Donovan Mitchell Rudy Gobert pick and roll. They couldn't, and then Rudy Gobert showed me a lot. I'm hearing him getting a lot of hate, but like yo, he showed me like he actually wants to like score the ball, because I see him lower his shoulder, hit a little Euro step. I'm like, okay, Rudy, I like this, cause you wouldn't have seen this from 2 years ago, and people questioning if he should get a max contract. I mean, if he keep doing that, lowering his shoulder, trying to find other ways to score the ball than just going up for an alley-oop, give him his money. Because he's showing me something different. Like, I feel like I'm respecting him more for trying to expand his game more to fit the modern NBA, which is shooting or just getting a bucket. Because it's like all these centers now are like versatile. Cat, Joel, Jokic, Bam, Yusuf Nurkic, like all of them like versatile bigs, and he's just found himself in the middle of not being that type of big, and he's trying to change his game, and I like him for that. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to win the series. I'll say just give me the Nuggets in 7. Just like it's gonna be a 7 game. Nah, give me the Nuggets in 6. Cause I can't see Donovan Mitchell doing that every game. I can't see him doing that every game. But this will be a great series. I like this series a lot. So that's enough for the West. I'll do the rest of the second round, third round when it comes. But on the East, we got number 1 versus number 8. We got Bucks versus the Magic. Crazy thing is, the Bucks just lost to the Magic. Today in the playoffs. I'm like, what? When I seen that when I got home, what? Y'all lost to the Magic. Vucevic had 35 and 13. Giannis had 31 and 17, and y'all still lost. And I was like, I bet Chris Middleton had a terrible game. He had 15, 4 for 12, and I was like, hey, here we go with this. Here we go with this playoff. Chris Middleton not playing like he's doing in the regular season. I'm not going to panic. I know they're going to beat this team in 5 games. Like, they're about to sweep the rest of the series. Bucks going to win. But, like, Chris Middleton is not a playoff player. And until he shows me, I'm going to keep saying that until he shows me something else. Because that looks bad. It looks bad. Especially, this whole team looked bad. They've been looking bad in the bubble, to be honest. They've been looking real disappointing. Came out first game, looked amazing. But after that, they didn't look terrible. And it's scary for them. Like, yo, the Raptors are here. The Raptors are right here. The Raptors can easily beat them. So if y'all don't step your game up, y'all will get eliminated in the conference finals, which would be something to watch. Because if the Lakers don't win the finals, the Mavericks don't win the finals, I want the Raptors to go back to back, just to show how great of a coach Nick Nurse is. I'm a very big Nick Nurse fan. I don't know why, but yeah, I got Bucks winning 5. Magic, they just go to the playoffs just to get swept or win 1 game. They do this every year. I'm not gonna get on the hype train like the Bucks gonna lose. I'm not. No, they did this last year. The Magic, they beat the champions in the first round. They beat them. They won the first game and then got swept. Like I'm not gonna ride that wave. But next series is the Nets versus the Raptors. And sorry, my dad texted me. Next versus the Raptors, I got Raptors winning this in 4. They just played yesterday. Raptors blew them out. First, they were blowing them out by like 30, and then the Nets came back and how you say his name? Timothy Luwawu Cabarrera. He had a really good game. Karis LeVert had 15 and 13. I mean, we need you to score, but like, hey, 13 assists from you playing the point guard. I like that. But yeah, they got blown out after they came back. Fred VanVleet coming back looking like playoff Fred VanVleet from last year. So they add him because he's been having a decent year. Let's be honest, he's been having a decent year. It hasn't really been like amazing like he was in the playoffs last year, but like he looks like he's about to go back to playoff Fred VanVleet. Siakam had a decent game. Their whole team just had a decent game, and like this is a team right here. And we need no real big star. They can win. They have 3 closers. Because I respect Fred VanVleet as a closer. I respect Siakam and Kyle Lowry as closers. So this team is versatile. You already know my love for the Raptors, and they got the best coach in the league. So I don't know. This team might go all the way. This team can definitely go all the way. My next team is. My next the next series is the game that's on right now is Pacers versus the Heat. So this one is hard. I don't know why everybody thinks this is easy. This is hard for me. It's just it depends on how Victor Oladipo plays. If he plays like he played in the last time he was in the playoffs, and I was like, all right, they can go to 7 with this team. But if he doesn't, they go on like 6 or 5. I don't see T.J. Warren dogging people like he was in the beginning. I don't know how much he has now. He probably is dogging. I don't know, but like I don't see that happening. I see Jimmy shutting that down. They had that little beef going on. I see Jimmy shutting that down, and just they just got so many looks, so much offense, so much defense. They're just a winning team. Like they're gonna win this series, and I don't know. I feel like they're gonna win it like 6 or 7. But like I said, I got the Heat and 5. I mean not 5 and 6. And basically, to me, it just depends on how Victor Oladipo plays. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna play good. I'm really scared for him, man. He just don't look the same at all like he did back like 2 years ago. And I don't know. I just don't feel like this team has enough to compete with the Heat. The Heat had everything opposite of them. Great defenders, great scorers, shooters, buckets when they need it. I just feel like the Heat got it all. But that's the second to last series. The last series is game that was also on yesterday, Celtics versus 76ers. And to me, this gonna be a great series to me. And it's just gonna be how far Joel Embiid can carry the 76ers team. And I don't know. I if he comes out playing like he was playing in the beginning of the bubble, this team they can probably beat the Celtics team. Because I was watching the game yesterday. Like, to me, I didn't think it was close, but like Joel Embiid was dogging him in the first half, and Tobias Harris had a decent game. Al Horford had a decent game, and the 76ers bench put. My fault. 76ers bench players, they have really good games, and I'm like, yo, they can compete with this team because this Celtics team is not that good to me. Like, they great top heavy. Jason Tatum, Kemba, Jaylen Brown. Gordon Hayward just got hurt yesterday, out for 3 weeks, so that sucks. But he was there. Marcus Smart, Daniel Tice, great top heavy. But when it comes to the bench, it's nothing. It's nothing. And you can say the same thing about that for the 76ers, but I feel like they're like their scheme is better. Like defensive scheme, like they got what can stop the 76ers. And they showed it yesterday until the fourth quarter when Joel Embiid didn't look the same. He looked tired, and he put it on his back. He said, this game was my fault. He said, my job is to carry us, and which is something I want to see because basically to me and to a lot of people, he's proven, like he's trying to prove like, all right, if they should keep him or they should keep Ben Simmons. Me, I always think they should keep Ben Simmons, but hey, he's proven, like he's trying to prove that they should keep him. And this is the team that he can run. And this is a team that he can beat this Celtics team with. So I want to see what he does with this. I'm going to say 76ers and 6 because I feel like he can do it. I feel like he can carry this team. Because the way he was looking before the bubble, like I said, when T.J. Warren had 53, nobody realized Joel Embiid had 44 and 20. Like he was dominant in the bubble. He was dominant. And I think that's going to happen because Daniel Tice, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, they can't fuck with Joel. Robert Williams, he put Robert Williams in foul trouble so quick. He can't fuck with Joel. Like, come on, man. There's nobody on that team that can mess with Joel. So I feel like the 76ers is gonna win this series. And that's it. That's the last of the series for the first round. And I don't know. I feel like we're gonna have a really good playoff. 4 games a day. That's amazing. I love that. And I don't know. I just hope it's all good series, except Magic versus the Bucks. I already know it's going to be a blowout. I'm not really buying into the hype and I'm winning the first game. But I hope it's really good series, really good basketball to watch. And I don't know. I just hope my Lakers get past the Blazers. That's the thing I'm scared about. But hey, man, that's it for this episode, man. I'm sorry I got interrupted a little bit in the middle. If I came back kind of weird, that's because I just had to take my dog out for a walk in the middle of a podcast. So it kind of like threw me off a little bit. But just let me know if you like this episode. Like, subscribe, share with your friends.